Today we're doing this classic 50s Audrey Hepburn look. Most people, when they think of Audrey Hepburn, they think of Breakfast at Tiffany's, but one of my favorite movies that she's in is called Funny Face with Fred Astaire, and I would highly suggest that all humans watch it, and this is where you would find a look like what I'm wearing today. So I hope you enjoy this, and please keep watching. So we're gonna start with our primer, like always, and I use the e.l.f. Mineral Infused Face Primer, and that really like mattifies my skin. So I just do a couple squirts, clip, 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 and get it all over. Now I'm pretty stoked to do this tutorial. I'm sure you've noticed that I'm a little more than slightly obsessed with Audrey Hepburn. That's not true. I just think she's really great. Please excuse my nails. They're kind of a mess today, but I've had them on for like a week now, and I just need to take them off. With our MAC Studio Face and Body Foundation, and I'm going to go over my skin quite a few times because we want a perfect finish. The 50s and 60s were all about flawless skin. I just smushed a bug onto my mirror. Shouldn't have been in here while I was filming. So we want flawless skin. We also want matte skin. So right now it's really in to like have a glow, but we don't want that for this look. We want fairly matte skin. And like I've done before, I'm going to wait to do my forehead because when we do our winged liner, don't freak out yet. When we do our winged liner, I'm going to be lifting my eyebrows a lot. So I'm going to wait to do that until later. And I'm going to go back in with that second layer of foundation after I've done my eyes, so that we can really get a good matte coverage. So I'm just going to set these off to the side, and we're just going to go ahead and jump in with eyes. So we're going to use our Naked Basics palette or any matte nude neutral shades that you have. And of course we're going to go in with our NYX eyeshadow base primer so that this has like a solid base to start out with. So we're going to go in base shadow brush, and we'll go in with a we're going to go in with Foxy here. So it's just a light base shade. It's a little bit yellow, this color, but I want it to lift and open my eyes. Our eyeshadow isn't going to be super crazy today, but we are going to have fun with eyeliner. Did you hear me? Fun. We're going to have fun with winged eyeliner. Not stress. Fun. Choose to believe me. And then let's go ahead and do the other eye. I know there's some really great drugstore palettes. I just don't have them. So let me know what you guys have. That'll be fun. Fun fact, Roman Holiday was her first movie. All right, and then we are going to go in next with our defining color. In this palette happens to be Naked 2. It's kind of a taupe color, so we're going to go in with our Deluxe Crease Brush and just go ahead and go in the crease. Her classic looks, she didn't like go crazy with eyeshadows, so we're just going to do this one just to make our eyes look a little bit bigger. Because, I mean, it's Audrey Hepburn, let's be honest. Compare your eyes, make sure they look the same. I just realized that my light was off the whole time. Yeah, what we did, I hope you can see better now what we did before. Hey, this is real life. We forget things sometimes. We took Foxy on the base, and then we're taking a taupe color through our crease. And again, we're not going to go crazy with any shimmer shades because we want our eye look to be very simple, very matte. I am going to go back in though with Foxy and kind of clean up that upper crease area. I go in here. Very clean put together look. So, great. So once that is done, it is time. There's no need to freak out about winged eyeliner. I'm going to show you a trick that will help you a ton. So take some Scotch tape, not a sponsor, take some Scotch tape and then kind of stick it on your fingers or the back of your hand or something to get the sticky off so that it doesn't peel all of your makeup off when you put it on. And this is going to be kind of our tracing guideline. And we're going to put it under our eye right here. If you want a whole tutorial about winged eyeliner, let me know in the comments below and we can do a bigger one. I'm not going to spend a ton of time talking about this, even though this is the most important part of our eyes. It feels so weird to have this on my eye. All right, and I am using an e.l.f. felt tip eyeliner. A lot of different companies make these and they are great because they don't have the bristles that like go everywhere and you're not having to freehand. So I would highly suggest a felt tip liner if for no other reason than to practice. So we're going to start with our wing out here, bloop, 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 and we're going to bring it in and then we're going to finish it from the inside out. Are you ready? You guys are so ready, okay? Don't doubt yourselves. We can do this. You and me together, real life, winged eyeliner in a real way. Are you ready? I hope you're nodding. I can't tell because I'm just talking to myself in my bathroom. But you're ready. You're fine. And we're going to do our wing first. Sort of. Bring it in all the way. Cross. Angle. Bloop, bloop, just like that. And then we're going to go in this way. You can just press it against your eye. Okay, so we got a little bit of a Cleopatra look going on. So we just did across the top of our lid and we did our wing. So now what we have to do is, so this isn't such a sharp angle, is just smooth that out. I didn't talk much, it's because I really want to be focusing. And this is really, really important. Do not open your eye all the way until you're sure that it is dry. Is when you open your eye and it gets on the top. Can't have that. And then you can take off your tape and you'll be blown away by the amazing results. What? Great. So I'm going to stick that off to the side because I'll use it on the other eye. But right now we're going to finish this eye just so we can get it all done. I am taking a just normal black pencil eyeliner. This one is NYC. I've had it for forever. And we're going to tight line. And what that means is going inside the top of my lash line so that our lashes look thicker and there's no gap between the black and my eyeball. So we're going to go in here and just go like this. How we doing, everyone? You guys are doing great, I'm sure. It's not really a lie because I can't see you. But I'm sure you're doing awesome. And then sometimes I like to take the black liner and then just fill in if there are any spots that need a little bit of help. Mascara in a little bit. So, there it is. You've done it. You guys are so great. Let's go ahead and do the other eye. Phew, now that we have done eyeliner on both eyes, this is either the part where you're like really stoked about how things went or like really annoyed. And I'm feeling pretty good about it. The only bummer is that if your eyes are asymmetrical, you can super tell. So sometimes you have to go back in and fix things a little bit. So I'm gonna go back in just a teeny bit and lift just a little bit. I just went back in and lifted it just a tiny bit. I just put some more on the top edge over here, not a ton, just a little bit so that they look more symmetrical. Okay, next, what we're going to do, eyes are done. You guys, eyes are done. We're not gonna put anything on the bottom, but we are gonna go back in with our second layer of foundation. Then we will do concealer. So I'm putting it on as if I don't have any foundation on. Just putting a whole second layer. Being careful of the eyes this time around. Fun fact, Audrey Hepburn fun fact, number, I don't know, 2. I haven't been really keeping up with those, which is a bummer. What should our fun fact be? She was like this incredible ballet dancer all growing up. Like she danced like during World War II and like just all this crazy stuff. She's pretty incredible. I'm sure you've seen those things that like list off all of her accomplishments and then at the end it says, and history remembers her for being pretty. She had a pretty ridiculous life, a really crazy life. During World War II and then show business and then philanthropy and all this crazy stuff. Okay, now that we've done our second layer of foundation and I did my forehead as well, we are going to go ahead and do concealer to really lift and cover up any blemishes or other things that we have going on. Also, I don't know if you've noticed, but I did not wait for my eyeliner to dry on this eye. So I have a little speck right there that I need to take care of. And I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. I think I may just take a little bit of makeup remover on a Q-tip. Just go in, wipe it off a little bit, wait for it to dry, and then I'll just touch it up with eyeshadow in a little bit. Okay, so here, down my nose. And then any blemishes, I have one there. And then, like we always do, under eyes first and then go in and powder right away. Here we go. And of course, wanting to be aware and careful of that eyeliner. We want that under eye to look really clean and tidy. Okay, and then go here with our powder. We're going to finish with powder today. We're going to do full powder all over our faces. So this doesn't have to be as contained as we normally like it to be. And the other eye. See, this isn't scary at all. Everybody can do this. I have always been awful at winged eyeliner, and then I just learned a couple tips and tricks, and then you just practice. That's why you buy a cheap one to practice with until you get good, and then you can buy a nice one. Cheap as in elf, not cheap as in $7 because I didn't go to Sephora. Cheap as in like cheaper than $7. I think the eyeliner was $3 or something. Okay, now that we've concealed all over, click, we're gonna do a little bit of contour just because she had pretty incredible facial features. And we're gonna take our brown cream contour and we're gonna go in here, define our cheekbones, just a little bit. Nose. Next, we're gonna powder all over because we are done concealing and contouring and all of those things. So we are going to powder all over our faces, and we want a really even, tidy finish. We are taking a Too Faced powder, and I'm going to take the little spongy thing that's in it because we want pretty solid coverage. I'm gonna go in the powder and just going to go for it, just all over your face. In the 50s and 60s, I think they were still figuring out formulas for powder or for cream products. So they mostly had powders. You know the phrase like, oh, I'm just gonna go powder my nose. Okay, and next I'm gonna take my brush just so I can cover bigger areas. Not wanting to mess up any of my contour or anything. My ears, under here. All right. A fair, even coverage of the face. Next, we do a little bit of blush just to bring and just a little bit of color to our cheeks. Just a teeny bit, so we aren't two-dimensional. And then we will go back to the exciting stuff. So we are going to do a quick layer of mascara, lashes, and then we'll do some mascara again just to get them in there. So I'm using a black waterproof mascara. It's so smooth. And again, focusing on top lashes and the outside corner of these lashes. I did go back and fix this situation over here. Just a little bit on the bottom. Okay, and on this side. Great, now that we've done mascara, let's do lashes. I'm just using individual lashes from Sally's Beauty Supply. We're just gonna put a couple on the outside of our lash line. I'm going to do these off camera, so if there is a desire for me to do a video on lashes or just a little segment, please let me know in the comments below. As they're drying, you can see two little white dots on my skin. We are going to do lipstick. Now, an Audrey Hepburn look is incomplete without red lipstick. So I'm using ColourPop's Lippy Stick, and it's a Matte X formula, and it's called Trust Me. Trust me. And it's just like a classic red. So here we go. I'm gonna get a little mirror out so I can see her closer to my face. And here we go. Let's check and see how our lashes are doing. Let's look closer. What do you think? I think they look good. Let's do another little coat of mascara just so they blend nicely. That is it. This is our Audrey Hepburn look. I hope you've had so much fun today. I certainly have. If you wanted to take this a step further, you could do brows. I don't really need help with that, so I'm not going to do them. But if you'd like to see this look on somebody else who would need to do brows, just let me know in the comments below and I'll see what I can do. I'm so glad you joined me today. Please remember to keep it real. And I hope you are able to wear this look in honor of the late, great Miss Audrey Hepburn. Bye-bye.